Hello, fabulous Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2016. General focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here, and a huge Happy New Year to everybody out there. This particular month has a very strong financial focus for you before the energy shifts for you in some very positive ways. Now, this is true for all the fire signs, but I do think that specifically for you, the financial focus part is especially significant because it is going to characterize so much of this month. And by the time we get you to where you start to have more fun and start to feel like yourself again and, putting money in its proper perspective, you will have already started to integrate some very powerful lessons that are set to take place. Money is a symbol, right? So, this is something very, very straightforward. Money is a symbol. It is a symbol of energy, right? So it's a symbol of the energy that you have given and what is then returned to you. It is in many ways a concept as well, because that actual piece of paper or those actual numbers in your bank account are not actually like, gold coins, for example. We have set a value to it. We have ascribed a certain value to those numbers and to that piece of paper or a piece of fabric, as the case may be. But ultimately, it is a representation. It is symbolic more than anything of energy, yes, but also of the value that you are placing on what you are giving and how that is being returned. Also, for this month, especially for you, it is going to be money that in some way represents a reality check for you. Now, this can work very much to your advantage. And I say this for a few reasons. One is the fact that we are going to have, and you are going to be having, this particular new moon is in a financial part of the sky. This new moon is in a financial part of the sky, close to Pluto. And then we've got the sun close to Pluto around the same time. We've got Mercury certainly like just hanging around, dancing around, then hovering over Pluto essentially towards the later part of the month. And with this particular new moon in the early part of the month, it's also speaking with Uranus, and it is speaking to Jupiter in supreme harmony. So Jupiter right now is the very top of your sky. This speaks to vision, it speaks to legacy, life purpose, but also on an immediate level, on a mundane level, is speaking to career and opportunities that are opening up for you. So I spoke about this in the Jupiter special, the Jupiter special forecast. So you may want to watch that again to understand this symbol that much more thoroughly. Pluto and Uranus both are planets of change, powerful change. Uranus, it seems to come out of nowhere. Pluto, it's like a slow burn. Like your intuition, instinctively, you know that this is coming. As I look at the sky, as I look at this moon, it does represent change for you. Certainly, new beginnings, financial beginnings at that. It is possible that an expense can seem to come out of nowhere. It is possible that a change in financial, circumstances, income also seems to come out of nowhere. And so you are then in the position of saying, okay, now what? Now what is there to do? Now what is it that I am going to be doing with this? This can actually work very much to your advantage, and that is because of Jupiter. Jupiter is in supreme harmony. And so yes, it looks like there's a moment of uncertainty, a moment of questions, maybe even a moment of fear, right? Maybe you've had some experiences that haven't been so great in the context of finances, and now you're just hoping that this goes better. You just hope that this goes well. You've had Pluto in this part of the sky really for quite a few years now, since 28, right? 2008 is when Pluto entered this part of the sky. And now with Saturn in your sky, in your sign, making you especially cautious or bringing a spirit of cautiousness, well, all of this put together can lead you to be a little bit, questioning of new opportunities that might show up. But all of this is moving you in a positive direction, and all of this looks to be extremely good for you, and especially when you align what it is that you desire to be the source of your prosperity with something that feels like a higher calling, something that feels like it is in alignment with life purpose. It isn't just about what is, but rather you're thinking about your life. You're thinking bigger. You're thinking about the adventure that you desire all of life to be, including your career. If you stay in alignment with that, you will find yourself making tremendous gains and positive gains at that. But there is a level of uncertainty around the financial piece, around the money part, and you've got to get into a zone, if you will, right? A state of spirit where you know you are going to be okay. And also, you know that if you pace yourself, if you trust yourself, this can also be a time when you come up with some amazing money-making ideas that have the real potential of building you great wealth in the fullness of time. So take your inspiration seriously, take whatever intuitions arise seriously as well. However, as I look at this sky, you want to keep money in perspective and its proper balance, because it's just too easy this month to start thinking in a very all or nothing kind of way, thinking about all that's going out. Think about all that's coming in. Think about all that you have. Think about all those times in your life when you were okay. Despite worrying, you were okay in any area of life. And let that be evidence so that you are mindful of how your energy is going. Because what I'm seeing here is the possibility, the potential to make a lot of gains over the course of, actually this energy started last year, but especially as we move further into this year, especially once we move into March, that's a time of a lot of very big and important financial gains for you. But you have to keep it in perspective, and this time in particular in perspective. If you want to make those big financial gains, you have to get comfortable around money in general, and not have fear around it, not have feelings of lack. Every time you spend money, it's really important. It is so important. I learned this lesson. It's helped me so much. And I've seen it in other people's lives as well, how much it's helped them. When you are spending money, you have got to feel great. You've got to feel really good about yourself. You've got to feel really good about what you're doing, because that ultimately, that positive energy and that positive space is what is going to help you to make more, really is what it comes down to. You being comfortable with money, having gratitude around money, when you spend money, feeling happy, thinking about all the people who are going to be helped as a result of you spending this money, is one of the surest ways to ensure that you are going to make more and increase your sense of prosperity. This is very like Law of Attraction 101, and this is very much about understanding how everything is energy, including money, which is what I really started with. And that's one of the big lessons this month, is to understand money as a symbolic tool, and from that place, changing your relationship to that symbol. That will be one of the surest way that you start using this symbol to your advantage. You start using the sky to your advantage at that. Because you are going to be making progress on a career front, and you can make tremendous progress on the financial front now, but you've got to get your relationship with money right in order for that to happen. And it lies in your emotions. It all is about what you are feeling And when you get that right, particularly now, when you get a chance to reconsider so deeply and so thoroughly where your money is coming from, how you're feeling about where it's coming from, how you're feeling about how it's going, and where you're spending it, when you get that clarity, you will find that things start to calm, things start to balance, and then things start to turn towards a very abundant direction, more and more and more. As we move towards the later part of the month, we are going to have this full moon in a fire sign in Leo, speaking in supreme harmony to Saturn in your sign. This seems to be a time when you get it. You have the answers. All the uncertainty and fear has given way to knowing who you are and knowing how to create a strong sense of self and a strong sense of stability and what goals are really worth pursuing. This is the breakthrough moment, but it isn't the kind of breakthrough that, just all of a sudden there's lights and angels singing, but rather there is inner security. You know that there is something within you that you can count on in any circumstance to turn things around for you. And that includes financially, and that includes in your career, that includes in wherever it is that you desire positive progress to take place. That understanding alone ensures that you make some amazing gains now that lead you in all the right directions.